知彼知己，百战不殆；不知彼而知己，一胜一负；不知彼不知己，每战必败。
Hello, and welcome to Romance of the Three Kingdoms 8. Sorry, I gotta go here first, because this is so loud.
Sorry.
It's just so loud, I can't even talk. Okay, alright, beautiful. So this is it. Romance of the Three Kingdoms 8. I love this game. So many hours playing this game with my friends, playing as like a teenager, like Romance 3 Kingdoms 7. I think the first time I played any game in this series was on the bloody Sega Saturn. I'm aging myself there, holy shit. Sega Saturn. Was it the Sega Saturn? I think it was like 3 or 4. I wasn't 3 or 4. It was Romance 3 Kingdoms 8, 3 or 4. Can't remember which one it was. Me and a buddy of mine, we rented it from Blockbusters. There's going back. Not knowing what it was. And we spent hours making characters. But we were just too young. And we couldn't get a grasp on the game. It wasn't until years later I got 7 on the PS2. And I played the shit out of that game too. Like hundreds and hundreds of hours. Which is not hard, because it takes a long time. It takes a long time to finish a game. So when I say hundreds of hours, right, that's not that many games. I mean, it is a lot of games. I've probably played like 50, 60 full playthroughs of Uniting China. So you're looking at a lot of hours. And then I met these other guys, and they liked to play 8, Romance 3 Kingdoms 8. Both games had like a 7-player hot seat mode, so you could just pass the controller around. Everybody makes their own dudes or chicks if that's what you want to do. Just because there's only so many good portraits, right? So people switch them around. That, and there were only so many wives available, but there were also husbands, so you could play a chick, get a husband, play a dude, and you'd have to compete for like the 4 available wives, which is really tough. Yeah, man, so many days, just like whole weekends. Like we'd start like Saturday morning, and we'd get drunk, just play. Because what are you gonna do? It's not your turn, right? Eat some snacks, maybe play some like Smash Brothers Melee or Brawl or Mario Kart, whatever it happened to be. Like you're doing something on another TV, right? Especially when there's like 6 or 7 other people playing all at the same time, or you sit there and you get drunk, talk, shoot the shit with your buds, right? Man, so many hours. Play all day Saturday, go to sleep at like 2, 3 in the morning, wake up at like 8, and then just do the whole thing again on Sunday. Play all day Sunday to like 9, 10 o'clock, and then everybody would disperse. Our concession that we got, got to get shit done. Got to go to work on Monday. Then do it again on the next weekend. And like 2, 3, 4 weekends in a row and you're done. Or a long weekend, we do it 3 days straight. Just like 16 hours or whatever, 14 hours of romance. And it was great. Lots of really nice memories, lots of really good memories. So we'll make a dude. So you can... Yeah, I can't do this yet. So it's not going to be the same. Like the different portraits, so we can check our dudes. Oh, there's uploaded ones. What's this? I'm sure these will be like dick butts and boobs and all different kinds of varieties of dongs that people will upload. So we get to pick our portrait. I might pick this guy. I'm looking for one in particular. A lot of these, so I don't know if it's going to be the same in this game. I don't think so, because it looks like they're all here. Oh, a sad guy. In the original PlayStation game, you only had so many portraits, and you could unlock like a bunch of extra ones, like civilians and shit like that. By like, there's like events, or there's like item collection, so getting your item collection data. Oh, there's all the ladies. What I'm looking for is not going to be here. Well, I remember this one, or will it look like that from the other game? What's historical? Oh, so historical is just going to be like the different officers. So if I wanted to be Yuan Shao or Cao Cao or whatever, I could. I mean, I could look like them. I wouldn't actually be playing as them. What's this? Oh, Emperor Ling, Emperor Shao. Yeah. Maybe. So yeah, there's like officials, messages. Okay, maybe the guy I'm looking for is here then. There was this guy. There's this one guy with like this real like shit-eating grin on his face, and that's the guy that I was. That was my go-to portrait. Just a smug shithead. Or sometimes I'd use like the little kid portrait. What are these ones? Zhuge Liang. No, these are all like special people. Which is probably why it's called special. And then here, like I said, these will be our dick butts and all our different kinds of penises and shit like that. I'm sure people will upload. Or like big tittied ladies. Alright, so let's pick a face. What's my face gonna look like? Where's that fat guy? See, he's kinda got the grin I'm looking for, but it's not quite the same. Be the ninja? There was another guy later on. See, the guy had a face kinda like this guy's. Oh, no, this is the guy. This is the guy for me. Look at that goofy face. There's that guy. Okay, what's my last name gonna be? Oh, I gotta type it with my keyboard? Li Cheng, that's my Chinese name. I'm not Chinese, but my wife's family gave me that name when I first met her when I went to China. Li Cheng. It means fat white dude. I don't know. I don't think it means that. I don't know what it means.
我らの力ここに示さん
Middle-aged? That would be me. Should be pompous, polite, male? Let's take a peek. Let's just listen.
はいよはいよ
I don't like that one.
はあ
Oh, maybe we can hear some different ones then.
聞いてくれおいどいつもこいつもはあ
I like that laugh.
しいいか聞け全軍奮い立つ
That's a good laugh too. Good belly laugh.
一ついいかいいか我らが武をもって
I don't like that.
わしともあろう者が言わせてくれよいかおのおの
I like that one.
こんなはずではどうだろうか言わせてくれ我らの力
That's a pretty cool ass laugh.
バカなよいか聞け私が指揮するか
Oh, I don't like that laugh at all.
万策副案がある聞いてくれ
This guy kind of sounds...
この戦すでに我が掌中にあり
He kind of sounds like that... Like... Oh, I can't remember his name. What the hell is the protagonist's name in the Yakuza series? Something Kazama. I can't remember. It's gonna drive me nuts all night long. You know what? It's not gonna drive me nuts all night long because I'm just gonna look it up. Yakuza. That's a good game too, actually. Yakuza 0. The other ones are okay too. I really liked 0. It was such a goofy one. With like the realty and all that type of stuff. And all like the weird side stories. Kiryu. Kazama Kiryu is kind of what it sounds like. So far as... Alright, let's talk about this. Okay, so you can get different traits. Oh, this is different. Okay, so we'll skip that for now. So our preferred strategy. Ah, see, so you didn't get this explanation before. You just had to pick between like passive, balanced, belligerent, aggressive, selfish. They had different names, but you didn't really know what they did. So if I'm selfish, right, or belligerent or whatever. Actually, no, this is different. This is the strategy. This isn't my personality. This is it, the personality. So if I'm cowardly, and then I'm trying to make friends with somebody who's brave, it's harder because our personalities are clash. They kind of clash with each other. Likely to trigger duels. Moderate likely to trigger duels. Yeah, reckless. Unlikely to trigger duels or execute officers. That's interesting. Composed. Yeah, I think I'll do brave. And then for your stats, I wonder if does this... Huh? Oh, I don't think you used to pick this before. Oh, you could just... I guess if you wanted to just like... Get here, I'll do like 10 more. Oh, shit, I'm the most honorable man in the world. Favorite reputation, social reputation, and cultural reputation. Notoriety, no preferences. Guess we'll do this one. Alright, so for strategy... Yeah, balanced. We'll keep that as balanced. And then art. So in the other one, like, you could get like certain skills. That must be this stuff, maybe? No, this is different. So they've definitely changed some of it. There might be, oh, it might be in the abilities. Yeah, this stuff. But they changed how it looks in some of the names. So with the stats, does it say how many points I get? Aw, is it really gonna just let me max them all? Aw, that's lame. So it used to be leadership. That's new. Because it was like strength, intelligence, political charisma. So there used to only be 4. So they added a 5th one for leadership. But they don't really say what it does. So basically what happened is you would start with like a certain number of points, and then you could unlock getting more, like getting to start with more, and then you could get like extra points that you can spend anywhere up to a maximum of 99. So you'd start with like say 30, 30, 30, 30 on strength, int, pol, charisma, and then again leadership wasn't in the PS2 version, so you just have these 4, and then you can, like I said, have up to 90, and you can place them wherever. So I'm not 100% sure what leadership does. I'm sure it's got something to do with combat. So I think what I'll do is I'll do like this. So usually I make my characters like really good with like politics and intelligence. So how am I going to do this? Because I've got so many. So I'll set them all. I'll set them all to 40. I don't want to be like Superman. Oops. And have everything at like a super high amount. So I'm trying to think of a way I can do this. So if I set them all to 40 and then I distribute 90 points amongst them all, or 99 points amongst them all, I think that might be a little bit more fair and more in line with how the original game was. So I will add, for now, 10 here. Shit, I should have taken a piece of paper or something to write this shit down on, huh? Okay, so I had 99 points. I used 10. And I'm gonna put 40 here. So I've used 50. How am I gonna do this? Because if I remember right, maybe I'll do that. You need 80 charisma to get a wife, but I can build this up as the game goes by. So I've got 45. Ooh, my guy's not going to be very good. Right, so if I put 20... Oh. 20, 25. That's too much. And I haven't put anything in your leadership, because I don't know what that's going to do. Or did you start at 50? I can't remember. We might have started at 50, in which case I'll just jump everything up by 10. But I kind of like the other way, instead of like just letting you pick what you want. Because what would happen is like changing your personality and stuff like that would also like change your skills and what stats you had and that type of stuff, which would make, in my opinion, make the game more interesting instead of just being Superman all the way through. Yeah, okay, so I'll just add 10 more to everything, and then we'll call it a day for now. We're still not very good. We're still not very good, because normally my guys, then we'll just leave this alone. So I'll take those 10 and I'll put 5 here. And 5 here. I like to have lots of int and political because it makes you really good at like the city stuff. Sometimes I'll do like war as well, like more like a fighty character. Great value. A meeting will always be success. A value, great virtue. Actually, that's really nice because sometimes people, like depending on who you are, they won't want to talk to you, and it can make it quite difficult to get anything done. Increase link damage. So this I'm imagining is going to be like sometimes when you have somebody whose relationship is high enough, and you're both like you attack an enemy unit, and if they're adjacent to it too, you can be like, hey, join forces with me and attack this guy, and then so you would like link together. But maybe they made crazy link battles like in Front Mission 4 or some shit, right? I don't know. Increase attack by 100 when there are more enemy units than ally. So this would be really good for like mopping up at like as the battle goes on, or if you attack with overwhelming force, in which case you're gonna rock. Negates plot tactics and zone of control when morale is above 70. Damn, that's really nice. That's a really, really nice one. Attack of cavalry by 100 when morale is above 100. Holy shit, okay, so morale can go above 100, which means this is even better than I was expecting. I don't know about this one. Archery by 70 when over 60. When joining as a commander or staff, stratagem makes tactics available to all units. That's interesting. Makes own Unix tactics are reusable one more time after day 10. Stratagem by 1. So they must have changed the way things work in battle, because this stuff doesn't make any sense to me. Because it used to be like you would, as the battle progresses, you would just naturally gain strategy points, and you can use them for things like setting up a fire, or like making a rock slide using magic, that type of stuff, which was pretty cool. And then you could like use, oh no, that wasn't the strategy point. What was those are the tactic points. And then it also, you do things like activate your special skills, like trample or spear wall, charge, berserk, volley, bombard. I think that's all of them. Oh no, ambush and harass. So those skills. And then the strategy points was like setting traps, and then using ploys like rally to boost morale, or fog, or weather, to change the weather. One thing I used to love to do is go into a map with like one guy or girl, one officer who has access to weather and magic, or the weather and lightning. I think it is. Yeah, it was lightning. Because lightning does like 90%. It kills 90% of the troops. So you have your one person attack like all on their own. And they just make it cloudy, and then they use lightning, which hits like random units. So it's more likely to hit the enemy than it is to hit you, because there's more of them on the map. And then you just blast them like 2 or 3 times, doing like tens of thousands of damage. Then you retreat, and then you attack with your actual army. Now that they have tens of thousands of less troops to put into their units, it makes it easier for you to just roll over them. Soldier income, morale of units by 5. Well, that's really cool. Morale of a nearby unit. I wonder what the range is. I bet you it's probably just adjacent. Lowers morale of all units by 10. Damn, that's really nice. So one thing you could do in the original, like the PS2 version, is like once morale got too low, and like people would start to retreat, and if it got to 0, the whole unit flees. So this would help you like snowball the morale lowering. increase. Joining as a commander. Okay. What's this one? Command of troops. So some of these things we're not going to bother with. Because, like, our character's not really built for fighting. Additionally increases trust during interactions when int is above 80. That's pretty neat. Damn, this one's even better. Oh no, this one is just nearby units by 20 instead of all units by 10. Oh, okay, so we're almost done. Increase morale of your own unit by 5 every day. So that's really nice too. Because if you're, like, the higher your morale, like, morale also, like, affects how well you do in combat. So this will make sure your morale is up really high. And it also increases your stuff, your attacks. Increases the trust level to trusting when meeting unaware officers of the opposite sex the first time. Interesting. Public order does not decrease when conscripting troops. Oh shit, that's nice. Ooh, that's not so good. Great virtue, maybe? Actually, I think this one is really good, but negates plots, tactics, and zone of control and morale is above 70. Like, that's really nice. I can do that other one and then change my intelligence. Attentive. Increases trust. So this is more for, like, doing social stuff outside of combat, which is a big part of the game. It's like more than half the game is like that type of shit. Meeting will always be successful. You know, we'll do this one. And you gotta set your lifespan. Oh, you get to pick. So you never got to pick how old you would get. It's just assumed that you would live like a certain amount of time. So you can see like the different things that are happening in the game. So here we're born in at 135 CE. So by the time the events in China are even happening, we're old, right? We're in our 50s and we'll be dead not too long. You gotta be at least 18, I think, before you'll show up. Yes, you're not even born yet. So you don't want to go too high. So essentially what's happening in this game is the Han Dynasty is about to collapse. And then you go, so you have this Yellow Turban uprising. So this big uprising due to like corruption, government corruption and stuff like that within Han China. This is the end of the Han Dynasty. And then what happens is Yuan Shao, he puts together a coalition to put down the Yellow Turban uprising. Right? Yeah, Grand General He Jin. So he leads it. Not Yuan Shao, but he's part of it too. But this guy, he puts together a thing to put down this Yellow Turban uprising. A lot of the warlords realize that the emperor is really weak, and it wouldn't be that difficult to kind of take over. So Dong Zhou, what he does is he's able to take control of the capital kind of while this uprising is going on, and he uses the emperor essentially as like a puppet. So he's calling the shots because he's got the emperor under his thumb. And then I don't think it was Cao Cao who formed the coalition against Dong Zhou. I think it was Yuan Shao who did that. And then they put down Dong Zhou. He gets defeated. And yeah, there's all kinds of things going on here. So he gets defeated, and then you essentially at that point have like the dissolution of the empire. Right, the emperor is still around, but people just pay like they don't really pay too much attention to him. And then as time goes on, Cao Cao kind of takes control of the north of China. Liu Bei takes control of like the west, like the south and the west, and then Sun Si is kind of like the south and like the southeast sections. And then over time what happens is these three become really powerful and they take over their neighbors, and it becomes the romance of the three kingdoms. So Wu, Wei, and Shu are the three kingdoms. Eventually they each kind of like proclaim themselves emperor, right? I've got the mandate of heaven, I'm the emperor, I'll be the emperor of China type of thing. In the end, Cao Cao's faction wins, but not really, because it's been such a long time. Like all of the main players, like the original people, are all gone, like they've all died. So you have like their descendants who are in charge. So Cao Cao's descendants, I think like his kid or something like that, or his kid or his grandkid, is who becomes the emperor of a new unified China, but he doesn't stay on the throne long. Like one of the advisors, Sima Yi, so like his descendants essentially force Cao Cao's descendants to abdicate to them. And then things kind of like settle for a while. Okay, so we'll be average. I'll be interested in tomes and treasures, but not weapons and liquor. Yeah. And then we'll look at our abilities. Okay. So you can see the different things here. So hard strike, that must be... Oh yes, no, there's charge. So it used to be charge was both cavalry and infantry. Disturb, onslaught. Call wind, call weather, witchcraft, sorcery, thunderstrike. So it's got our plots, supports. So many different things here. And then our relations. So here we can set up our parents. So you could set a father in the PS2 game, but not a mother. And you could set, there you go, I think it's like the sworn siblings, compatible, things like that. But not a spouse, because you couldn't get married. Or you could get married, but you couldn't have children. But you could only marry specific wives in the PS2 version. There was a PC version that had like an upgrade kit that let you like marry other like randomly generated wives, and it would like create randomly generated children if you're together long enough. So which I thought was kind of neat. So I think, how are we going to do this? Because again, I don't want to be... Are we getting any support skills? Okay. I kind of want support and divination stuff, because I think that's kind of neat. There we go. Ships. Witchcraft. Ooh, that's cool. 3 in Witchcraft. Thunderstrike, that sounds awesome. Alright, so we'll do this. Because I don't want to sit here. If I wasn't recording, I would sit here for a long time. Because I'm stubborn instead of just picking it. Oh, so they have different levels now. See, so these used to have different names. So you would have different names for these things. And there weren't quite so many. Yeah, so mission was, yeah, it's kind of this stuff, right? So cultivation, commerce, repairs, public order, which is like patrol, yeah, and venting, which was in the factory. Yeah, so you'd have these, then you either knew them or you didn't know them. And then once you got like all of them, like once you had all of these skills, because you might not have them, right? then you could learn like the skill for having all of them, which I can't remember what it was. And then so ingenuity, this is going to be, yeah, these are the skills I'm thinking of. Playing cards, during debate, field of view. Actually, I think this one let you see the whole map, so you didn't have to spy. I can't remember what they all did. And then what? Why, this is just picking here. Okay, so we want more ingenuity. Okay, first try. And we won't set up any relations. Then we'll go with that. Lee Chung with our shit-eating grin. What's in the extras? Oh, this is just opening up a browser window to buy DLC. Bonai. Ah, okay, so this is like different scenarios I can unlock. And just saying how I can do it. Historical officer edit. Interesting. Ah, the heroes assemble. So that's like, if that's the one I'm remembering, it's here. So when you pick. Oh, I should have turned off the tutorial. No, be quiet. Actually, maybe I should keep the tutorial because they've changed some things. So in this scenario, yeah, here we go. Decline of the late Han, and that's how it would be. So you'd have, this is all about the Yellow Turban Rebellion, and then Dong Zhao taking over, and then the coalition goes in to get rid of him, and then it gets disbanded when Dong Zhao is killed. And then you've got your warlords. So this is like, things are starting, right? You still have lots of independent factions. And then fictional. There we go. This is like everybody. Valor triumphs. And the coalition against Cao Cao. That's interesting. So these are because I pre-ordered the game early. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so this must be later. Yeah, 219. This is kind of how it goes. But this is what I do a lot, where it's like everybody fictional. Yeah, here you go. Heroes from across the whole period. Right? They all get to start with a single city. Chibi. So this is something you may have seen when they do these movies. They tend to do this Battle of Chibi. Guandu. Is there like a... I thought there'd be one where it's like Birth of the Three Kingdoms. Somewhere around here, 212, 213. No. Yeah, then the Southern Conquest, which doesn't go very well. So here at this point, Cao Cao is gone. Yeah, there you go. So Cao Cao dies. Zhang Fei is gone. Liu Bei is gone. Cao Pi is now in charge. Cao Pi dies. So you've got Cao Ru, Sima Yi, and Zhuge Liang. Then the Northern Campaign, which he dies. Should be right here somewhere. Cao Zhen, Sima Yi's downfall. So, Shen, yeah, so you're like going through, but oh, there you go, post his death. Also, it doesn't go all the way to like fall of Shu. Yeah, so Shu is like Liu Bei. So they disappear first, and then Wu and Wei wins, which is, like I said, Cao Cao's. So let's do the decline of the late Han. So this is going to be the coalition against the Yellow Turbans. This is like a huge rebellion in China. Or do we do this one, Dong Shou's Rise to Power? Or, yeah, so we'll do this one, Dong Shou's Rise to Power. Or maybe we want to get rid of the Yellow Turbans. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll start at the beginning. And we're going to add Li Chung, Fat White Dude. I create a new force. I can place my officers. I don't really care where I go. So where am I going to be? Because you can move around, right? So it doesn't matter. Who's down here? Shaoxi. Do I want to be a Yellow Turban? Join the rebellion? Zhang Zhao? Do we try and help the rebellion win? So this is like what's left. Now, the Emperor at this point, like the Han nominally control all of China at this point. Like I said, it's breaking apart. And these are like warlords who are splitting off. So this is like Han controlled territory, like for sure. And this is our rebellion. And then these are just other warlords who have gotten enough strength. They still pay some loyalty to the Emperor, but not that much. So let's go to... So you gotta be careful where you go. So say I go here, and I join up, and then they have me attack here. I'm basically stuck unless I attack here. So you kind of want to be on the front line, because it makes it more interesting. There's been games where it's like I'm stuck like here, and it's like super poor. It's a very poor part of the country, and it takes forever to build up. But there's nowhere to go, right? You've got these two. You can attack here, or you can attack here. But if your territory controls like all of this, and your ruler, you try to move, and your ruler says, no, you need to stay where you are, then the game gets super boring because there's nothing for you to do, right? And if you leave, if you retire, then you could like lose your rank, lose fame. So you just like stagnate here, or you go somewhere else and start over from the beginning. It sucks. It sucks. I'll go here, I think. Oh, 15 and older. No, we're gonna start as a free officer. Oh, so I get to play this. I wonder if it'll let me pick more than one. No, because it's okay. I'm not a leash yet. I'm just a Ronin.
読み飛ばし厳禁ですよ。
戦も人も流れを読み切ってみせる。
I wonder if there were like subtitles. Where did it let me put my... Is that select? Options. Auto read. Fast forward events. Check for skipping. Wait, there was no subtitles, right? Just auto read? So when they talk, I won't know what they're saying because I don't speak Japanese. Difficulty, easy, normal, hard. Lifespans, historical. Oh, that's neat. Death and battle on, disasters, average. Yeah. If I was doing like... Actually... Because we're trying to do a non-historical thing. Right? We're trying to help the rebels take over. So we'll turn all that off. And then we'll go in. Are they going to tell us? Yeah.
霊帝は宦官と外戚を重用し、官僚を弾圧した。政治は大いに乱れ、飢饉が頻発し、民衆は苦境にあえいだ。
蒼天すでに死す。皇天まさに立つべし。
太平道の教祖聴覚は黄巾党を結成し、官庁打倒の旗を掲げる。
小尺な真似を、羅職、候補数、主春、黄金を打つのだ。
対する朝廷は外戚の家臣を大将軍とし、黄巾討伐を一任した。
乱世の勧誘たる器か。斧が採用試さん。
雲長、よく解く。民にあだなす黄巾を打たねば。
高等の虎、孫権、今こそ天下に躍り出る。
時に弘和7年1月、三国志の物語はここから始まる。
Yeah. So easy.
よろしいですか？
Okay.
主様。
Yeah, I'm free. So I should have less AP. It's like action points. I got 200 as a free officer. Wow. Okay, so it used to be your action points were based off your politics score and like your rank. So being a free officer gave you the lowest amount of action points. So a free officer with low political was awful because you wouldn't get very many action points. And then if you moved up to be like a common officer, you would get more action points. And then if you were like the warlord or the prefect of the city, you would get more. And then if you were like the viceroy, you'd get more. And then the ruler, you would have a lot. So to start with 200 is a lot. Because like each thing costs you action points.
解説です。主様。
Take a look at the relationship chart. How do I get up there? Select.
失礼します。
Relationship chart. So that I can see who likes me and who doesn't like me. Start is what gets you up to the relationship chart.
ご説明いたします。読み飛ばし厳禁ですよ。
Yeah, so you used to be like you wouldn't really get sworn enemies. You could get a rival, and you could get like sworn brothers or sworn siblings, because it could be with a woman as well. And then what could happen is like, say you die, like you die in battle or old age or whatever, and you have like sworn siblings, like a sworn brother or whatever, then what can happen is they can be like, oh, I'll swear to avenge my brother Li Chung, and then you can switch to playing the game as that character instead. 3 spouses? Should ask my wife if she's into that. I'm just kidding. I don't think she'd appreciate that. And sympathetic people, antagonistic, so that's kind of neat.
主様
And then I can go home and talk. I start to get out of there.
読み飛ばし厳禁ですよ
Very important facility. It's the only facility I give a shit about, really, because it's where I live. Yeah, host banquets, interact with other people, improve yourself through training and learning. Yeah, that's the same as it was in the PS2 version. So here you used to be able to, rise up. This is super difficult, almost impossible. Actually, you used to do this training in the barracks, not at your home, but you could use Learn, which was, actually I think it was called Train, but that would let you build up like your strength, charisma, political, that type of stuff, interact with other officers. So this should have been in like the inn, or this should have been in like the inn or the castle. One of the sages. Yeah. So in the PS2 version, if you got his relationship up high enough, he could like introduce you to, I think, a daughter or whatever, and then he would marry her off to you. Damn, this is cool. Was fantastic. You had a wonderful time. So sometimes, like, based on your characters, like motivations and whatever, you could, like I said before, right? If I was a coward and I went to go meet with somebody who was brave, then it might be like, oh, you spoke briefly and then parted ways, so you would get like nothing for your. Right, we grew closer. Yeah, see, we did this already. Yeah, so this is the same. You could only interact with a character one time. But it cost me 20 points. And in the other game, it was 10 to talk to somebody. Okay, so I think because it's 10 after 2 in the morning, and I've got almost an hour of footage. I think I'm just gonna save. And then next time we'll actually kind of like get into the game more and like just learn a little bit about this and that. And I might like play on my own, like a different scenario, just because, like I said, I love this game. And I'm probably going to play the shit out of it. So the people who made Front Mission 3 Remake, they need to open their goddamn eyes and look at a game like this, right? This is how you do a remake. Keep the original feel and the original spirit of the game. Make some slight changes and improvements. I mean, do I like everything that Koei did with this update? No, I don't. I don't like that they got rid of the multiplayer. I don't like that they got rid of the hot seat. You know, I like the new music, the new sounds, the portraits. Like, a lot of it I do like. So even though they got rid of the part that literally made like decades of good memories, I'm willing to accept that. You know, I get what the guy was saying, is that people don't really do hot seat anymore, so they didn't feel it was necessary to add in. And who knows, maybe somebody figures out a way to do it and we can get it back. Or if enough people ask for it, maybe they make like a multiplayer DLC or some shit, I don't know. I think that'd be pretty sweet. I might have to dig up my old PlayStation, dig up my old PS2 and see what the boys are up to. Except we're not boys anymore. We're a much smaller group of middle-aged men. And do another one. Unite China. I don't think I could play like 14 hours a day, 3 days in a row like I used to. I'd probably end up with a seized back and diabetes, alcohol poisoning. Yeah, well, I don't drink anymore, so I wouldn't be doing that. But it might be pretty fun. Play some mahjong. Used to do that too. Play a bunch of mahjong while it wasn't our turn. Man, yeah. So I'll play this. This is just gonna be like a weekend thing, Saturday, Sunday. I'm not anticipating a lot of like views or engagement, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. All of Alpha Protocol is done. I beat the game. Everything has been recorded. I think there's 3 episodes I need to upload, and there's 3 episodes I just need to convert from MP4 to AVI so that I can upload them. So essentially I've got 6 episodes, or 2 weeks worth, that need to be put up, plus the week that's already up. So Ring of Red should be like the 2nd or 3rd week in November before that goes up. And then whenever Front Mission 3 finishes, I'm not sure, maybe I don't know if I'll do like another challenge, or I might do some like, I think I'll do some FTL for like Monday, Tuesday. And then when Ring of Red is done, I'll do a Star Ocean 2 remake playthrough, a full playthrough. Not a New Game Plus, because you start at the same level, and I don't want to play the game starting at level 255 because it makes the game ridiculously easy, and I don't want it to be like that. Yeah, and that's another game where the company who did the remake actually gave a shit about the game, and they knocked it out of the goddamn park. Not this awful Front Mission 3 remake bullshit, which is like such a disappointment. The game's going to be so bad it's going to tank Front Mission and out of Japan probably forever. I seriously doubt they'd ever remake 4 or 5 if 3 does really poorly, and I can't see 3 not doing poorly based on that footage that we saw of the game. It just looked awful. Just unbelievably awful. But whatever, that's enough rambling. It's 2:15. I gotta go to bed. I'll see you guys next time.